This video will introduce you to Microsoft Excel. You will learn how to use the different options on the ribbon to navigate the Microsoft Excel window. So we will start from introducing the spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet, as you can see my mouse hover around, is also known as a worksheet. Alright, it's also known as a worksheet. It contains rows and columns. So over here, these are columns. So the highlighted column, the highlighted part is known as a column, which is you can identify with the alphabets there, A, B, C, D, and so on. And we have more than 16,000 columns in Excel. Alright, and then we also have the rows. What you see highlighted here are the rows. You can identify them with the numbers. We have more than 1 million rows in Excel. Okay, so you can see over here we do have the ribbon, and the ribbon, if you have watched my other videos, introductory part of Microsoft Word, you will see that I did explain what the ribbon is. So for you to actually see the ribbon and understand what that means is, if I click, like the home tab is activated right now, everything you can see from here as my mouse hovers around is called the ribbon. Everything here is called the ribbon. Alright, so if I double click the home tab, it could be any of the tabs, but I'm illustrating with the home tab. So if I double click here, what you don't see is the ribbon. So if I click it again, whatever that comes out is the ribbon. So alright, so the ribbon brings the most popular commands to forefront. You can see the most popular commands, it brings it to forefront, so you don't have to hunt in various parts of the program for things that you use all the time. And in this home tab, you would see there are different groups, which is partitioned with a vertical line here that you can see. We have clipboard group, the font group, the alignment group. Here is alignment, and you see the numbers group, the styles, the cells editing, and ideas group, and all of that. Alright, so going back to this aspect, this place is called the name box. The name box, and you'll be surprised, why is it giving me B4? It shows B4 there because this is active. B4 is active. How do you know B4 is active? Because it is clicked. So if I click at this aspect, this cell is active, and the name of this cell, you can see it from this name box, which is B2. Another way to know the name of an active cell is, here is column B, and then you go straight to 2, so you say B2. So that's how you also know the name of the cell that is active, or the name of the cell that you want to work on, or you just click on that cell that you want to work on and check on the name box to see exactly what the name is. Alright, so here it's called the formula bar. The formula bar displays the content of the active cell. It displays the content of the active cell. You can see here, this is the active cell, but there's nothing inside. So if I type in stuff here, you can see the content of the active cell is being displayed in the formula bar. Okay, and we do have the file tab. If you had gone through I would recommend that you go through the Microsoft Word introductory video so you can see all of that. So I'll just go straight to the quick access toolbar. You can see the quick access toolbar here in the title bar, far top left of this window. This is called the quick access toolbar. The commands that you see often here is the save, the undo, and the redo. These are the three common tabs that you will see in, or three common commands you would find in the quick access toolbar. But if you want, you can customize your quick access toolbar to whatever you always use. Like here, you click on this drop down arrow, you can search or add. If I put a tick here, which is spelling, you can see that goes into the quick access toolbar. You can customize your quick access toolbar to what you like here is quick print. So I can add a print button there and print whatever I want to print as fast as possible instead of just going to the file tab to locate the print. So I'll just uncheck all of that, uncheck, and that's done. Alright, there are 8 basic tabs here, each representing an activity area. So if I click on the insert tab here, the insert tab adds content to your spreadsheet. So this are options available. We have the tables, we have the add-ins, group, we call that group, partitioned with this vertical line. We have the tables, the add-in group, the charts group, the tours group, the sparklines group, and so forth. So if I click on the page layouts group, you would see the themes group, the page setup group, the scale to fit group, and so forth. So what this tab does is it prepares your Excel worksheets for printing. You can see page setup. We have, of course, I know you understand by now what margins, orientation, page size all stand for. So this particular, when you hear page setup, you know that it prepares your document for printing. Alright, so the next one we want to look at is the formulas. The formulas tab. This tab assists you to add formulas to your worksheet. Alright, so you can see different worksheets, and the options available here, we have the functions library group, the defined names group, the formula auditing group, and calculations. So as we progress in this Microsoft Excel tutorial, you would see how we will make use of all of these functions. Interesting one, the lookup and all of that, date and time, the financial, the recently used, and the insert function will make use of all of that. And if I click on the tab, the data tab, what the data tab does is it allows you to import, merge, and organize data. You can see the options available here. Insert and transform data. You can import data from anywhere, get data from wherever your data is. Alright, so these are options available which you will see us work with as we progress in this tutorial. Queries, connections, sort and filter, data tools, forecast, outline. So these are all the groups that you have in the data tab. And if I click on the review tab, what it does is it contains the commands you need to review a document. So all those commands, that's what you need to review your document. Say for instance, you want to do proofreading, proofing, spell check, smart look, language. You can change the language there. Comments, you can add new comments, you can view comments, you can add notes, and all of that. And here, protect, you can protect your worksheet, you can protect your workbook. So as we progress, you will know the difference between the worksheet and your workbook. So what is a workbook? When you open up Excel, alright, Microsoft Excel, what you see is a workbook. You can see everything here is called a workbook. If you look at the title bar, the title bar here, you can see is written book 1. So if you open up a new Microsoft Excel document, it's gonna show you book 2. Alright, so this is our workbook. So a workbook consists of at least one worksheet. You can see here it has at least one worksheet or spreadsheet. Okay, now you can add more spreadsheets or more worksheets to your workbook. To do that, just click on this new where it says insert new sheet. If I click there, I have a new sheet. Okay, new worksheet. So I can right click to delete this. If I right click on this worksheet there, I can go straight and click delete. It goes off. To rename this, alright, I can right click on the rename button and type in whatever name I want to. Another way I can rename this worksheet is by double clicking. So I can call this January. Alright, and I want to add more worksheets to my workbook. This is workbook, right? So if I click on this, I have a new worksheet, and then I can click on that and call it Feb. I want to add more worksheets to my document, so I click on that, double click and add March. Alright, or I say just make it short form. So I can go on and on and on, add new worksheets, and as well as delete whichever I want to do. Like I showed you initially, right click, I did right click and click on delete. You click on this to add a new worksheet and click to rename. Alright, so what I have this now, you can see that this workbook has 3 worksheets in this workbook. Alright, so a worksheet consists of cells. Right, each cell is located in a row and in a column. The intersection of the row and the column is called a cell. Right, so this is it. This is intersection. What you see active right now is intersection. Alright, so this intersection is called a cell. Now this intersection here, the column is D, and if I go through the row here is 4. So the name of the cell becomes D4. Another way you can know the name of the active cell is by looking at the name box. The name box here tells us is D4. So that's an easy way to locate the name of your cell. Alright, so you can see I just keyed in some information here. So to illustrate this, I will just select this aspect, that information, so I can explain my status bar. So if you look down here, you will see the status bar. By selecting this data over there, it gives me information in the status bar. It displays information in the status bar. You can see here I have the average, which is 24. It calculates that data over here and gives me the average. The count, meaning I just selected 3 numbers or 3 datas. So I have the count there to be 3, and the sum of everything that is here is 72. Now you can customize your status bar to display whatever information you want it to. So if you right click by the status bar, you would just check whatever it is you want. Like you can see, this is checked, which is the average, which is 24, the count 3, and the sum is 72. You might want to go ahead and click the maximum it will display the maximum number there. The minimum, it will also display the minimum number. All depends on your preference or what you want to display, you would like displayed in your status bar. Okay, all right, moving around your worksheet is quite easy. It's either you use your mouse to click and move to whatever aspect or cell that you want, or you can click, use the up arrow or the down arrow to move downwards, your down arrow key to move downwards, and you can move to the right hand side by using the right key arrow. Upwards, you use the upward key, and if you want to move to the left hand side, you use the left arrow key. So it's that easy. But the fastest way, you can just use your mouse and click exactly which cell or which point you want to work on. So moving around your worksheet, you can use your mouse to quickly get to wherever cell address you want to work on. Alright, the other way you can move across your worksheet is by using the tab. You press the tab key on your keyboard like I'm doing now. You can see it moves towards the right hand side. If I want to move to the left hand side, what I need to do is press down the shift key and press the tab key on your keyboard, then it moves back. Alright, okay, if you want to quickly get to a particular cell address, say cell 20, what you need to do is press the function key, which is F5 on your keyboard, F5 on your keyboard. So it displays this dialog box for you. So where you have this box here, the reference, delete whatever you have there and type in X20. Now I want to quickly get to the cell address S20, so I click on OK. So you can see it quickly directed my attention to this cell address X20. How do I know it's X20? The column is what? X, and the row here, you can see the row is 20, and in the name box I can also see X20. Alright, that's you quickly get into a cell address that you want to work on. Another way you can move around your worksheet is by pressing down the control key and then you press. Alright, let's get back to the home cell. The home cell is called A1. So click in the name box like I did here, type in A1, which is the home cell, and press enter. Alright, so that way I can easily get back to my page 1. That's my page 1 and my home cell. Now I want to see, if you remember I said earlier in this video that an Excel is made up of over 16,000 rows, over 16,000 columns, and over 1 million rows. So we're gonna see that right now. So for you to see how many columns Excel has, press down your control key and press the left arrow key. Alright, so the last column we have here, it's XFD. XFD, you can see it over here, XFD. So you might want to count it to know if this is actually over 16,000. I bet it's over 16,000 columns. Now we want to see how many rows Excel has, or how many rows Excel have here. So the same way, press down your control key and press the downward key arrow once. Now you can see, like I did tell you, over 1 million. You can see here, over there we have more than 1,000,000 rows in this spreadsheet or in this Excel document. Okay, so that's it. Now if you want to scroll like this up, pressing the arrow key like that, I tell you, you're going to sleep here without getting to the first page. So all you need to do is just go to the name box, click on the name box, type in A1 and get back to your home Excel. A1 and press the enter key. Type in A1 here and press the enter key to return to your first page or your home cell so you can start working. Alright, so some of the benefits of using spreadsheets are: 1. It helps you calculate large amounts of data easily. It enables you to sort your data easily. You can insert graphs, charts for your data. You can analyze information and visualize your data.